So welcome to Château de Robad in Bas Armagnac, where we make the Three Mousquetaires Armagnac. Please follow me and we'll show you how it's done. So this is where we produce the four varieties that go into making Armagnac, like the four Mousquetaires as well. So you get different varieties. You can see the differences in colours of the foliage. So you've got one variety here, another one over there. There's another one there, and right over the top there's the last variety. So welcome to the distillery house. Once the grapes have been harvested from the vines you've just seen, wine is made, and then this wine, immediately after the alcoholic fermentation, it's put through this machine here to bring out eau de vie coming out of the Armagnac at between 52 to 58% alcohol content. From there, each variety is distilled separately and stored separately in these four big vats, which you see in front of you here. So in these four big vats, they're blended together to make the Three Mousquetaires Armagnac. One part is stocked in the big vat you have behind you, which is for the Athos VSOP Armagnac. So here's the Armagnac made from this vat, and as you can see, there's still quite a bit you can drink. We're able to ensure supply for quite time to come. Okay. So this is sheet number 5, where we store barrels of the older Armagnacs. So in all these barrels, 400 litre barrels, we have all the older Armagnacs. They're held variety by variety, year by year, and this is where we hold our most prestigious eau de vies. And this is what's going to make the Three Mousquetaires Aramis XXO 12-year-old Armagnac. You can see already it's quite a very dark colour. Beautiful. The numbers on the barrels. This number here, it's the identity of the barrel. 91 means it was a barrel that was made in 1991. The 028 is the number of the barrel made in that year. 435 is the amount of liquid that this will contain, 435 litres, and 820 is the distance from the top, or from the bottom to the top of the barrel, 82 centimetres, or 820 millilitres. And this here is the identity card of what's inside the barrel. It's controlled by the BNIA, which is our interprofessional body of Armagnacs, and every year the French customs will come and control every single one of the barrels held in the property to check that we're not frauding. And this will take them 3 weeks to do. Sorry. And so on the identity card you have the variety. This is Folle Blanche, the volume, the alcohol content, and the year that it was produced.
And do you know how many bars are here?
In the whole property, and amongst all the different sheds, there will be approximately 4,000 barrels. So each barrel is approximately 400 litres. you can calculate for yourself the stock that there is here. At any one time on the property, we have got 12 years worth of stock sitting in the property.
And I've heard that you're making your own barrel?
We make our own
Brand
barrels.
new?
Yeah, brand new.
Why?
Because when you buy barrels in, sometimes the oak is force dried, which is not good. The tannins are green, the tannins are hard. We prefer to control the system from A to Z. We buy the tree, we cut the tree up, it's dried outside, as you saw, and that way we're able to control the quality from A to Z. So now you have seen the different Armagnacs that are in the place. I'll now take you to a nice, very select, and very secret place, which only our very best clients see. So please stop the camera now, please. So now I'll do a favour and I'll open the doors of paradise for you. So here we have the treasure of the Three Mousquetaires. All our rarest Armagnacs are here. For example, here you've got a 1888, there you've got a 1900, and one day they may come into the blend of the Three Mousquetaires label.
So why did you launch the Three Mousquetaires Armagnac?
You know, I worked for years for India and for the mainly Indian market for wines. And I discovered that the way the French people used to market their products was totally different from the way the emerging countries do. In France, we took about appellation, like AOC, like Grand Cru, Cru Bourgeois, and other. We also talk about territories. Some are very small, like in Burgundy. We talk about varieties, but only when we mix them. And we also talk about good vintage and bad vintage according to the weather. In India, for example, and in other countries like this, we only need two things: a good brand name and a variety, and that is it. For example, this chateau keeps Armagnacs that are more than 150 years, like this one. And we decided to give it a very strong brand name with a French touch. That's the reason why we choose, and easy to remember, that's the reason why we choose the Three Mousquetaires.
So, why did you choose to sell the Three Mousquetaires Armagnac in countries like China, India, Brazil or Russia?
Well, all these countries export a lot in our country. It's a glut on market, which is not pejorative at all. But I mean, we can have a lot of home appliances from Korea, from Japan. We can have cars, we can buy computers and cereals from Brazil and things like that. So I just wondered, it was a very rational way of thinking. I just wondered, what can we sell to these countries that are becoming richer and richer every day? And I discovered that, for example, working with Korean people and Indian people, that in Paris, we were mainly interested in Moulin Rouge, Eiffel Tower, of course, but also Le Louvre Museum, and good wines and cognac. And I decided to launch not a cognac, but an Armagnac which was not well known in these countries that could become a well-known eau de vie.
So, why did you choose to sell Armagnac instead of cognac?
Well, you know, Armagnac and cognac have something in common, which is a variety, Ugni Blanc. Ugni Blanc is the only variety for cognac, but we also have three other varieties in Armagnac. But one variety is common, Ugni Blanc. The way of aging the eau de vie is the same as well. We keep it in barrels, in oak barrels, for years and years. The way of distilling The eau de vie is a little bit different. Cognac do a double distillation, while Armagnac have a continuous distillation. And well, the climate is more or less the same, as you know, these two areas in France are only 150 kilometers far from each other. So the success of Cognac was mainly due to the sailing history, as Jarnac and Cognac were both on the Charente River, which ends at Rochefort, which at that time, I mean 17th and 18th century, was the harbor number one in France. From this harbor, ships used to sail to the Far East countries like Japan, like China, India, and were to keep this eau de vie with them, as it was a very important thing. Because of the phenomena called reduction, we couldn't keep fresh water on board very easily. We had to mix it with eau de vie in order to keep it fresh. So these, ship had to bring with them a lot of barrels of eau de vie, not only for sailing to this country, but also to come back. And that's the reason why Cognac became a famous eau de vie all over the world, and Armagnac had not the same
opportunity.
As the two rivers where Armagnac is grown are the Baïse and the Gers River, which are far from any big harbor in France. And that's exactly this kind of gap I want to fill now when launching this Three Mousquetaires Armagnac brand. Let's have a drop together and show you the way we drink it. Just pour it in this kind of glass. Pour it gently, then warm it a little bit, like this, and you can, and then just sip it, like this. That's very good. 12 years old Armagnac, but we also have 20 years old, 7 years old, 5 years old VSOP, but also very, very rare Armagnacs like this one, 1947, which is a year of independence for India. But we can also provide you with older Armagnacs, more than 150 years old.